Well, hello everybody. Uh, Unfortunately, I don't really have much of an update on the new theater today because I'm still here in California. However, I will be going back to Texas on the 24th for a week, primarily to work on the house that I'm living in now. I want to get a bunch of stuff out of it, get it ready to put on the market so I can get that sold and not have to deal with that. I've just put everything in storage and get it sold, and then move into the new house when it's done, which hopefully will be soon. So I don't have really anything on the theater today, but I am going to talk a little bit about the whole house audio system that I'm planning. Six of these rooms will have ceiling mounted subwoofers with two 8-inch drivers in each of them. They're going to be opposed mounted so that they cancel mechanical energy, so there's no vibration transferred into the ceiling. And I'm going to need some kind of a 2.1 amplification for that. So the first thought obviously would be to get a bunch of mini DSP modules, but because I've got a bunch of old OPA 2134 op amps lying around, I think I might just build a little analog board to take care of that. So I've drawn one up and we'll go over that now. Okay, very simple little circuit here. Basically, all we have is a simple fourth order Linkwitz-Riley high pass filter that we'll have on the left and the right, and that's pretty much it for it, other than some input filtering and so on. So, but for the woofer, we want to have a little bit of control over that. Not quite as much as we would have with the DSP module, but I am putting in a circuit to basically a rumble filter. This is going to filter everything out below 20 or 25 hertz or so. I'll set it somewhere in that range. A notch filter and a shelf, and then of course the low pass filter at 100 hertz. And then down here would be the other channel, so just another simple high pass filter. So we'll just kind of step through what the signal would look like at each of these stages, the output of the left and right channels, and also at each step here through the circuit for the woofer. So let's look at that. Okay, first we have this could be the left or the right channel, and basically we're measuring right here at this red arrow, and as you can see we're 6 dB down at 100 hertz, just a simple high pass filter. And here is the other channel, same thing, get the same result. And then on the subwoofer, starting here, you can see where we're filtering out the bottom end to prevent any problems with the woofer's bottoming. And then you can see the effect of the notch filter here. And then the shelf, where we can either bump the bass up or we could attenuate it if we wanted to. So probably with the woofers I'm using, the QTS is kind of high, so we'll probably have to use a combination of boost and notch to flatten out the response and set the low end cutoff where we want it. So, and then in the next step here, we just have the low pass filter, which is a fourth order Linkwitz-Riley, which will probably be around 100 hertz or so. And that gives you can see what the response would look like. Of course, none of these component values are final. This is just arbitrary values. Once I get the woofers in place, I'll make measurements and then determine what these values need to be to flatten out the response. So it won't be as convenient as Mini DSP, where you can make changes with a mouse click. If you want to make changes with this, you have to unsolder a part and solder in a different one. But if you get it all set up right, you're done. You don't have to deal with it anymore. I've already got all the parts to do this with. I just need to not be so lazy and start working on the board layout. I have to get that done so I can send the files off to have the boards manufactured. But that's not very expensive, so it's actually going to be cheaper than buying a bunch of mini DSP modules. But not as convenient, but I've got all these parts, why not use them? So that's basically it for the crossover for the Whole House Audio. So right now I think it's time to do something else, get outside, get some fresh air. So let's go do that.
There you go. Nice slide in. Sorry about that. Not much wind, is there? Going right into my track. Wow, that was fun, but man, no wind. Haven't jumped in a year and 3 months. And 250-pound exit weight. Gotta lose some weight. Whew.